Soda Delight is a specialty mixed soda food truck. It's similar to the same concepts as a Sodalicious or a Swig or a Fizz, but available through a food truck to be able to bring the soda closer to you at the various locations. At the heart of the value is bringing the specialized sodas to the customers at their workplace by having a food truck that goes around to different businesses or business parks in the community. Often when you're at work, it'd be nice to have a nice pick me up in one of these flavored sodas. People are often having to drive several, maybe 15, 20 minutes to one of the local soda shops. This soda truck would come around to the different locations and be able to provide a fun opportunity to get a drink in the mid-afternoon at your workplace. Would also do catering at weddings, parties, employee events. We also want to provide a better value than a lot of the mixed sodas. One of the pricing structures will really be kind of a build your own soda for one flat rate. A lot of companies charge you 25, 50 cents for every single shot or flavor that you want to add into it, which can add up really quickly. We want to add just a flat rate, build your own soda. So if you're unfamiliar with what these specialty mixed sodas are, it's a soda base like a Dr. Pepper with some flavors added in. This one has a coconut as well as a cream mixed into it. Call it Island Dream. So this drink is called the Razzle Dew. So it's a Mountain Dew base with raspberry added in. And even though anybody could create these drinks, and a lot of these drinks are common or in the different soda shops, is something that sets it apart is a lot of people like the fun names, they like the presentation. If you can have a fun looking drink and straw or cup, straw, and the crunchy ice is a big one. And so there's just something about going out and getting a fun drink. It's almost like going to get ice cream. So our market sizing, uh, as we narrow it down to what we realistically think we'd be able to get in front of, would be about 14,000 women in the Davis County area, and that's our target market. Would be our truck would be located in the Davis County and trying to get in front of women and women at businesses in Davis County. Would also be looking at teenagers. Teenagers are one of the most common groups that go to these soda shops right now as well. And then would it like to expand into other counties as we grow and visit other counties or have a truck in other counties. So as we looked at the empathy map, often women in the workplace would get together with some friends and decide that they're going to send a runner to go get some of these specialty drinks. Closest drink shop might be about 15 minutes away. So they send a runner, come back about a half hour later to divvy out the drinks and then collect the money. We all know how hard it is to collect money periodically. Also, the drinks might have lost some of their ice and chill by the time they get back as well. So with our get, keep, grow strategy, one of the biggest things to get customers is really we need to be able to connect with the business parks. If we can get to a place where there's multiple businesses in one area, then we have a lot of opportunity for different customers there and return customers by creating a reoccurring schedule. Part of this, though, would want to be able to connect with the businesses. A lot of businesses have internal communication web pages or email systems or notification systems. And as we go there, they could announce what day we'll be there. And also, if we partner with these businesses, would like to be able to have where a portion of our money will go towards charity. And maybe the businesses might want to match that as well. And so that way, it's a way to be able to kind of connect with the wellness programs in the business. And be able to get advertising through them as well. Our keep really would want to be able to have a reoccurring schedule where we're going to these different parks. And then with really the biggest thing though, if you want to keep customers, is you have to have a product that people love. Our growth strategy would want to advertise through Instagram and social media. Part of that would be giving a discount to customers if they want to check in and show us they checked in. We can give them an extra stamp on their card or give them a discount on their drink. That way, more people are seeing people come to our truck and where our truck is located. As each day, we would plan to post where we're located and drive some traffic that way. So as mentioned, our distribution strategy really would be through our food truck. And through our food truck, we would go out to business parks. That would be a big portion of the day. Uh, in the afternoons, we could also look at some of our local parks or school parking lots if they're willing to connect with us. As well as in the evenings, we can go to events, parties, and weddings. So our key partners. One of our key partners, of course, will be our supplier. For example, Coca-Cola. A fantastic opportunity if we're able to use their branding on our cups or on our food truck. That would give us the name brand supplier and hopefully get us discounted pricing as we buy in bulk from them. The risk, though, is we might be a small fish in really a big pond of companies that Coca-Cola would supply to. We may have to order a certain quantity to maintain the pricing that we would like as well. Another key partner really would be able to partner with other food trucks and being able to go out to food truck events, and this would be a cooperation with them, and this would give us a lot of advertising of generating new business. And honestly, with this, I can't think of any risks of working with other food trucks. Maybe one thing could be that the schedules may not match up as we'd like. But really, working with other food trucks and having us all go out to events together would be a fantastic opportunity to pick up more customers. For physical resources, we're going to need a fountain drink dispenser, drink flavors, our food truck, and so a supplier of drinks, cups, and straws. Financial, really there's relatively low startup costs with this, especially if we're looking at doing a smaller version of a food truck, maybe even a food cart. If we get into a bigger food truck, those can cost more money, but we really don't need a full out kitchen to be able to run this business. So it can be pretty simple with just a soda drink and ice um, maker in there. Our human resources would be really an employee to man the truck, also doing an employee over the marketing side of it. Right now, that would just be myself and my wife. We, for intellectual property, there would be a level of branding we would want to protect, as well as some of the names of the specialty drinks and some of the recipes of what we might put into it. But often recipes are pretty open because people want to know what flavors are going into it. But the unique names that are often the fun thing in the mixed soda business. So some of our activities is really we got to keep creating fun drink flavors. If we're doing unique and special drinks, then allow the customers to modify, add or take off flavors as they want. But having a couple of our special staple drinks for people to build off of would be really important. Getting out to the different businesses, parks, shopping centers, areas really is the biggest thing we need to be able to, our food truck has to be out there in order for us to be making money. And then our social media marketing would be another key activity. Being able to display where we are, what drinks are new, what drinks are on discount, um, what events we're doing, uh, being able to interact through the social media is really important, and being able to continue to grab customers. As mentioned before, the costs are relatively low. So this was a pricing strategy based off of selling 8,000 drinks at $2. Now 8,000 could be kind of moderate, but we thought, okay, starting off in the first year, let's be moderate on what this might actually be. So that'd be $16,000 in our gross sales. Our variable costs come out to be about 73 cents in cost of goods sold per cup or per drink that we're selling. And so the profit margins are really, really good there. Now, the fixed costs, and really they're just our initial costs, is buying the cart and buying a machine. So in the first year, we're going to start off with a cart instead of a truck, build into a truck later on. And then our soda machine, our soda fountain, would be an initial fixed cost. Now, the nice part about it is moving forward, we're really going to have a majority of our costs will be variable costs. The more we're out, the more we're need to buy. A lot of our fixed costs are up front. So that gives us a nice percentage in operating income. But the piece about it is it's really not a lot of money. So as mentioned, we can make pretty good revenue. We're really looking at 64% profit margins. The trick of it though is the things we're selling are at such a low cost that you have to sell so many of them. So we really need to scale really big and sell a lot to be able to make a significant amount of money. Now, as we get out more and get our trucks in front of people and expand into multiple trucks, that would give us opportunities to make more money. Our $16,000 was really a pretty moderate pricing. As we scale more, we'll be able to tell more about how much we're doing. But either way, with a low cost of items that we're selling, you need to sell a lot to be able to make a significant amount of money doing this. Any other items we might bring on, like cookies, treats, chips, would be in the similar price range where you'd need to sell a lot of them to be able to make more money. But that is one way that we could continue to grow is by adding some items like that, because then someone might purchase a drink as well as some chips or a treat. So we're making more off of each customer. Some of our metrics that matter is our break-even point each month. We really need to look at the number of drinks that we need to sell in order to break even and cover our fixed and variable costs. The social media, how we're interacting there with shares, likes, reviews, it would be really important. How many loyalty card customers we have and how many people are filling them up and turning them in for a free drink would give us an idea of our return customer. And then the cost of syrups are with our philosophy of a build your own drink at no extra charge for as many syrups as you want. We really need to watch that because the syrups really are a little bit expensive. They're about as expensive as the sodas. And so really we need to be able to look at that and just make sure that pricing strategy is continuing to work and see how many people are adding. More than likely, someone will only do 1 to 3 shots of flavors, and so we'll be okay and still maintain strong profit margins. As mentioned throughout the presentation, some of our key insights from our interviews is women love the idea, especially the working women. Often they hear about their friends that are maybe stay-at-home moms and they see their pictures of Instagram of them at Fizz during the day, and that can be hard for them. They want those interactions and they want to be able to do those types of things. And so being able to have these drink breaks during work is something they really liked. Men generally thought the price point of mixed soda companies are just too high. They initially made us want to lowball our prices and be like, okay, well, we'll sell ours for $1.25. But what we found is with talking with the women didn't have a problem. They're like, hey, I'll pay $2.75. I don't mind, or I'll pay $2.50. I'll pay $2. That doesn't bother me. And so after looking at really our target market doesn't mind a higher price, so we brought the price back up and pivoted that way. And looking at it, a $2 base drink for our medium drink really is a good price where the interviews showed that people didn't mind that at all, and especially where we're bringing the drink to them, they might even consider a higher price point as well. Now, the food truck industry is an existing market. Mixed sodas are not new, and there is even some other soda trucks that are out there. And so this isn't anything new. This is an existing market that would be entering into, and so would be trying to bring new unique things like the build your own soda at the same price, as well as getting into a market where there isn't as many food trucks or soda trucks. And there's only a couple that I know of out there right now in the state of Utah, and none that I've seen in Davis County. So with our SWOT analysis, our strengths is it's really low cost of goods and great profit margins. Our weaknesses is we would be new to this market, and it is an existing market. Also, an existing soda shop like Fizz could open up a food truck. and that would be challenging for us because they already have the name brand. And some of them have already started doing catering with their food trucks. The opportunities, we do have opportunities to add additional products like cookies, nachos, popcorn, French fries, hot chocolate, things like that, maybe even Italian sodas. And so each of these types of ideas could bring more money based off of each sell. Uh, if we can sell a drink and some French fries off of each customer, that would bring in more revenue per customer. Threats is our competition doing the same thing that we're doing, like Fizz doing the food trucks. Also, licensing for food trucks is kind of tricky, and that's where city by city or county by county you can get into different licensing, and that's why we decided to um, start just in Davis County to have similar licensing in that area. As we expand to different areas, the licensing requirements can be different for each area. So the main pivots that we made throughout our interviews in this process was one, the way that we would structure the price. Doing a flat price of a build your own model was something that we thought could make us unique and could separate us from the other companies. Companies that are doing such a thing right now is like a Blaze Pizza or Pizza Studio. You go in and you pay $7 for a personal pizza and you can make it and customize it however you want, as many toppings and different sides on it as you want for all the same price. Now, that's really taken off there, and so we thought we could bring that same type of model into the drinks. Um, the price point was something that we also changed. Initially, we were thinking of the $1.50 or maybe even lower, and we've increased that to $2 and have still had positive reviews from people that we interviewed.